time we'll be taking a look at the Walking Dead Zombie Lurker. And I really kind of found this and the other one, the Michonne figure, kind of by chance. Just decided to randomly check out a Toys R Us, and was happy to see almost the whole line there. They did not have the Rick Grimes figure here, and you can see the other figures in the line in this wave, and this is the one that they did not have. Really want to find this guy. Hopefully there will be some at New York Comic Con, which I am going to on the Friday the 14th, and I mean that's looks really cool. He comes with a ton of guns and a bat. They're all gonna fit in his bag. I mean that's cool. So enough about the other figures. Let's move to the Zombie Lurker, which we have here. Not having gotten a McFarlane Toys figure in a good 10 years, I gotta say this is a good return to the way what I remember is not only good sculpting but good articulation as well, which seemed to die out in later figures that they did as it moved on more to the 2000s. I don't know, that's my perception. It may not exactly be true, but this is the first McFarlane figure that I bought in like I said, a good 10 years. Wonderfully detailed, gorily detailed. You can see all sorts of wounds and rips and tears in his zombie flesh. He's got very nicely painted jeans, which are also ripped and torn up, and just all sorts of very nicely detailed. Look at that face. This figure doesn't really have any accessories because, well, he kind of is his own accessories. And so what I mean by that is that this guy has lots of features, and you can't look at him, you really can't tell right away what those features are, but I will show you. First are his detachable limbs. Yes, he has detachable limbs, or I should say limb. It's just this arm, but his arm detaches there, so you can have a one-armed zombie, which is always a neat, scary little thing. And you can tell that where it breaks apart is nicely detailed too. However, that's not all, because his arm also comes apart, and you're left with both a severed hand and this part of the arm, which has the very neatly has what would be part of the bones exposed. I would have liked those to be just maybe a bit whiter so you could really tell that they were bones. But that's not all. Well, I guess before I get into the other ones, let's go over the articulation. I'll kind of reassemble his arm. So for articulation, his head is jointed at the neck here. Very nice, clicky, ratchety stuff in there. I don't know if you can see it there, but there are kind of little like teeth, geared teeth in there. So it's very nice. It goes forward and back, so you can get him looking way back and left and right. So that's cool. He's got his arms do go all the way around and out. And again, the shoulder joints have that sort of teeth joint. In fact, most of the joints are like that. This arm bends and rotates at the elbow. Pretty cool. Just a bit of warning here, if you do get this guy, a lot of the joints are stiff when you get him, but you just be careful with them when you're trying to loosen them up, but they will loosen up. So his wrist bends forward and back. On this arm, his arm goes all the way around and out that much due to the added shirt sculpting there. You do lose a little bit of articulation. His arm only bends at the elbow here, and his wrist bends forward and back there. He's articulated at the legs at both thighs, but they do break up the sculpt, so I tend not to pose it, not to move them too much. He does bend slightly at the knees, not too much at the knees because of the sculpt, though. And this one foot is also on a swivel and bend joint there, so you can get a little bit of posability with that foot, but this foot is static. That does it for his articulation. Now moving on to the rest of his features, you can take his upper torso off of his body, and you can have all his guts follow him. So it is pretty cool and gory. He's even got a little joint in there for posability, so that's pretty cool. You can also further disembowel him, removing his guts there and leaving them out to rot, and he gets even more articulation now that they're gone. So, yeah, that's not it, however. He has one more feature, and that is you can lop his head off. Very cool. You leave this weird bowl here on his head, his lower head at least. Taking a look at the head there, you can also see up here, you can see some of the brain. It's pretty gruesome but cool. Quite a fun little figure. And let's put his guts back in. Some nice sculpting and some nice paint work really make this eerie and creepy, but fun at the same time. Now there is a variant, I think, of this and the other zombie, which are painted as if they were done in black and white, except for I think some blood splatter. So yeah, if you're a big fan of either the comics or the television series, which McFarlane will be doing figures of some of the characters based on their appearance in the television series later on, keep a lookout for these guys because they are hitting stores now. A little bit earlier than expected, I think. They were supposed to have been released in November, but I guess they decided to get them out before Halloween, which is pretty cool. So, unfortunately, I only have 2 of the figures, so hopefully I'll be able to find Hopefully I'll be able to find the Rick Grimes figure quite soon, so I can finish up the first wave, excluding the other zombie, which I don't particularly like. So, stay tuned for more reviews, and till my next video, I'll see you.